But you know what? The Patriots won fair and square. I'm not gonna cry about it. But
I saw the pick. I was like, yeah. I saw the Patriots won. I was like, oh wow, that was an amazing game. And then I realized to myself, like, oh my god, I just won Garden State Sharks. I was like, yes, let's go. I was pumped.
can you be honest here
Being
for
the
a
guy
second
that
though?
was on the bottom the whole year and winning Garden State Sharks, I'm pretty happy.
It, it, that just hurt. Like if the Patriots had won any other way, like if they had just kept the lead or whatever, I would have been fine. But to have the game end that way, that it was just terrible for me. I think that was the second worst ending to a Super Bowl since the Titans and the Rams.
That's got to be the worst.
The Titans and the Rams are the worst when you came up
Came 1 yard short of
yeah.
potentially winning a Super Bowl. Yeah.
But you know what? I picked the Seahawks to win. Like I said, I would have been fine the Patriots winning any other way
Actually,
besides that.
the Bills Giants missed field goal is pretty bad too.
That's true. That's true.
Especially since it was the Bills' fourth. I think that was their fourth when it was their fourth Super Bowl, or it was one. It was one of the four, obviously.
Okay, so there's a debate to be had. But real quick, we haven't had a show since the Super Bowl. That just shows how long we've been out of it. But just to run through like our predictions and whatnot. My three predictions going into the Super Bowl, I said Brady would have at least 2 interceptions. He did. Gronk would have at least a touchdown. He did. And Beast Mode would be MVP, which I got
He's the MVP in some people's eyes.
Can you be honest with me here? Can you be honest with me here? If Beast Mode scores that touchdown and the Seahawks win, who wins MVP? It's got to be Beast Mode, right?
I mean, he did have a good game.
If he scores that winning touchdown,
he had 2 rushing touchdowns, right? If he scored that one, he would have 2.
2 rushing, yeah. He would have won MVP.
Russell Wilson was terrible that first half.
He
was so bad the first half.
I would have swept this entire segment.
Didn't Russell Wilson not have a completion until the second quarter?
Exactly.
I'm pretty sure that's true.
All right, so let's see. Let's run through the prop bets. We had how many times will deflated balls be mentioned? Over under 2.5. That wasn't even a real question. It was way over. Marshawn Lynch crotch grab. Nobody saw this on TV, but he actually did.
He did?
Yeah. I don't know if you noticed, but
is there video evidence?
I saw it somewhere. Like, honest, I saw it on Twitter. But he did in fact grab his crotch. But the Super Bowl, they're trying to make it way more family friendly. When the whole Doug Baldwin situation happened.
Yeah.
The thing was,
Randy Moss part 2.
No, it's not even. He didn't. It wasn't mooning the crowd. He pretended to
take a dump. Yeah, but it's the same idea.
A football. But the thing was, if you're gonna flag a guy for excessive celebration, at least show us the excessive celebration. You know.
So do you know if I said yes for that? For the Marshawn Lynch crotch grab?
I think you said yes. I'll give you the benefit of the doubt. I know I said yes.
Okay.
But again, they just cut away from it. They didn't let you see it.
Mm-hmm.
But it did happen. What will be higher, Russell Wilson's passing yards minus 15.5 or the average gas price? Wilson, despite having he was just terrible. But he got saved by a couple lucky catches at the end of the game. He actually had 247 yards.
That wasn't Curse. Oh my God! Wait, who was?
Did we forget this guy's name already?
The unbelievable catch. Was that Curse or was that someone else?
No, Curse had the unbelievable catch. But the guy with the touchdown
was not Matthews.
No, it wasn't Ricardo Matthews.
I forget his name.
We forgot Chris Matthews. Chris Matthews. I swear I did not look that up.
We don't even know his name.
I swear I did not look that up.
Okay.
All right. So Russell Wilson got saved by a couple lucky catches, ended up with 247 yards, and that was at more than the average gas price, which was like I think it was like
220 or something probably.
2 something. So yeah, we were wrong on that. Will Belichick's sleeves be intact? I actually said no.
I saw this. They were not cut.
Yeah, no. We both said no because it was going to be hot in Arizona.
I was pumped. I was like, yes, let's go. Like, they're not cut.
Yeah, but then I'm tempted to say the NFL said something to him, but whatever. Conspiracies.
The Katy Perry one?
Huh?
The Katy Perry, I got the wrong song. I was completely off. You guys were right.
Oh yeah, I don't even know what
you said Roar.
Yeah, I said Roar because I felt Wait, was it Roar?
Yep, it was.
Oh, I think I said Firework.
Oh, you might have said Firework.
I have no idea. I figured she would finish with Roar because that's like a football song, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And Firework because of the whole interview thing.
Right.
And then finally we had the Puxatawny Phil parlay. I was half right. I said the Seahawks would win and he sees his shadow. But I'm not sure what you even said.
I forget what I said.
If you said he sees his shadow, you were right. If you didn't, you were wrong.
Oh well.
So yeah, that was our Super Bowl roundup. Again, it was just I was excited that entire game when Brady threw the interceptions. I literally did laps around my house. I was so happy. And
they showed a stat like a few drives. He only threw 2 picks. He's only thrown 2 picks before that in all the Super Bowls and the 4 Super Bowls. One of them was Chase Blackburn, by the way. Just saying. And he threw 2.
You had to throw a Giants reference in there. But I mean, honestly, what was your reaction when the Seahawks decided to throw that?
Well, I really when they threw it or they were in shotgun. I really wasn't like. I kind of remember being like, oh, I think they're gonna draw it. They're gonna do a draw. But once I saw it was a quick pass, I wasn't like, what the hell? Like, what are you doing? Like, I wasn't freaking out because we've seen teams do that. We've seen teams do the quick pass and do the quick slant. Usually in the outside, though, they do it and they get the touchdown. So I wasn't too worried about that. But the guy, Smith jumped it, obviously. And
was that his name?
Wait, I don't even remember now.
No, Malcolm Smith was the guy on the Seahawks last year.
Oh, shoot. Butler.
Malcolm Butler. We cannot remember a single player's name
right now. So Malcolm Butler just had a beautiful jump. I mean, the way he jumped it was beautiful. It was perfect, and it was just something he saw coming. And he was right. So I kind of blame Pete Carroll because you do have Marshawn, and I was shocked when I saw him in shotgun. But when they did hike it, I wasn't too worried. I still thought they would score.
I was so hyped up from the curse catch.
And then I didn't even think there was a pick until I saw Butler on the ground like a couple of seconds later with the football. I was like, oh my God, they threw a pick. And I was going crazy.
I knew they came out in shotgun, and I'm like, okay, the option has to be coming. Because you have a minute 30, you have a timeout.
And they kill it with the option, too. I mean, the Seahawks are the best option running team. They kill it with the option.
And everyone's talking about Marshawn Lynch's goal line stats, but I don't care. The dude's a tank, and you're on the 1 yard line. Like, what are you doing? As soon as that ball was snapped and Marshawn Lynch goes out to block, I knew it was a disaster. I didn't think it was a pick. I'm not trying to say I was psychic, but when you have Russell Wilson who didn't complete a pass until the second quarter, you don't want the clock to stop. Like, I just cannot comprehend it.
I think the Patriots were they were almost ready to let Marshawn score because we have to remember the situation. They wanted him to score so then they would have a shot.
Yeah, it was almost Giants part 2.
Exactly. I think the Patriots were almost ready to do that. And the shotgun maybe made them a little optimistic, and obviously you got the pick and
it was just terrible. I cried myself to sleep.
I mean, you aren't a Seahawks fan, so.
Well, yeah, and it could be worse. It could be way worse. So yeah, that's our Super Bowl coverage. It shows how late we are. We're 3 weeks removed, something like that. So sorry about that, but at least you got it, and it's better late than never. So now on to the hometown. Oh, and before we forget, since Garden State Sharks, it's more of a football thing. You can't really do lines of basketball or hockey.
Yeah.
It's just weird.
Basically what we're gonna do is our next Garden State Sharks is gonna be the NCAA tourney. We're kind of gonna have a bracket, and we'll have picks for it. Actually, it's gonna be tough for us. We're not even gonna have a bracket because now I'm thinking about it. If we have the show on Saturday, Selection Sunday is gonna happen, and then we're gonna have the show Thursday.
I would imagine we're just going to.
Or we can do a special Selection Sunday show.
We'll figure it out. I would imagine what's going to happen is we'll do one of those ESPN tournament challenges and just do the scoring that way, and just keep you updated every week.
Put it on our Facebook page or something.
Yeah, we'll post online. just keep you updated with the scores and whatnot. But we all know I'm gonna win. So
We'll see about that.
because I'm out for vengeance.
I
Because
will say that week, that Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, doing your tournament challenge bracket is the most stressful week of my life every year. It is so stressful. I'm like, do I pick this team? Do I pick that team? You know, Long Beach State, are they gonna have an upset? No,
Long
probably
Beach
not. Maybe
State.
I don't know. North Dakota State, maybe.
I have to ask you, how many brackets did you do last year?
Last year was down. It was 3 maybe, but there was a year I did 8. I think just trying to get as many possibilities as I could. Really, just changing what happened in the first round though, because I always had the same Final Four or something.
I want to say I did like 12 or 13 last year. I was a total nerd last year. I had nothing better to do.
I was good, and then that was when everyone picked Michigan State to go to the Final Four. So I decided to go with Virginia just to throw everyone off. I just did it as a risk, and obviously it didn't work. I remember one year I had Georgetown in the Final Four, and that's when they played Florida Gulf Coast, so you obviously know what happened there. I had Davidson beating Marquette that same year, and Davidson blew a lead, and Marquette won on like a buzzer beater. So I've had some bad luck.
Yeah, I remember last year I had study hall, right after lunch.
Oh, I also had VCU going to the Sweet 16, but they lost to Stephen F. Austin on a 4-point play. That was bad. I mean, I just had some bad luck. My best pick was probably Dayton beating Ohio State.
Oh, that was actually pretty good.
I was not a fan of Ohio State at all.
So it was basically 5 minutes before the first game.
And here's the other kicker. I had St. Joe's beating UConn. And St. Joe's, if you remember the St. Joe's UConn game that year in the first round, they went into OT. Like, it was a close game. St. Joe's was actually winning most of that game, but UConn came back at the end. And think of if St. Joe's beat UConn. Who knows what would have happened?
Yeah, that would have been crazy. I remember last year I probably had about 7 or 8 brackets done, and then I was going into basically a study hall. Like, we didn't do anything in this class. Right, about an hour before the tip of the first game, and I just went nuts that class. I just kept doing brackets and brackets and brackets, and then it was about 5 minutes. It was about 5 minutes before tip off, and I just decided to change everything in my official one against all my friends, and I came in like 3rd or 4th out of 10, and it was pretty successful year. I'm still trying to get a perfect bracket. Apparently it's like a 1 in 84 quintillion chance, but I think it's manageable this year. So now on to the hometown roundup. In terms of college basketball, there's nothing really exciting in our area. Rutgers is 10-17, 14th in the Big Ten. They've lost 10 straight. They face Indiana tomorrow and at Purdue Thursday. They're probably going to lose those two. How did they beat Wisconsin again?
Because Kaminsky was not there. That's why.
That still doesn't make sense to me. But nonetheless, Rutgers is still a team apparently. Seton Hall, they're a little bit better. They're 15-12, at least above 500. They're 8th in the Big East, but they've lost 6 straight. No other games this week, so they get a break from the losing. They actually, I don't know if you saw this, but when Seton Hall played Villanova,
I watched it, and yes, I saw Sterling Gibbs gave a nice little elbow to Archie Diacono. Yep.
Oh, it was more than an elbow. That was a knockout shot. I don't know what was he thinking.
You know what? Sterling Gibbs has always had a history with Villanova. He's hit a couple buzzer beaters against them, and I guess and the one time he started losing against Villanova, I guess he was pissed off and just gave a little elbow to Ryan Archie.
A little elbow? Did you see the way that connected? That was like Ron Artest, James Harden, only on the ground.
Villanova have the last laugh when they make the NCAA tournament, and Seton Hall doesn't.
Yeah, that's also true. Will Seton Hall even make the NIT?
They could, because they did beat Villanova, and I think they beat Georgetown, maybe. Like they do have some good wins.
Okay, fair enough. As for hockey, we have the Devils are the Devils. They're 23, 26, and 9. They're 13th in the East. They are on a 2-game winning streak, though. I don't know how that's possible. But they play the Hurricanes tonight and the Coyotes Monday, Flames Wednesday.